Hello everyone, today let's solve the problem number 602, friend requests 2. So who has the most friends, right? So what the question states here, we have to write an SQL query to find the person with the most friends, right? So we have to write the SQL query to find the person with the most friends and the total number of friends. So the result should return exactly one row with the person's ID and the number of friends, nothing but number in this case. So here see 3 persons ID and the number of friends he has, right? So that's what we need to return. So the test cases are guaranteed to have only one person with most friends. So that one person that is given in the table with the most friends, that we need to return the exact person ID as well as the number of friends he has. So that's what they have given in the question, right? So here table we have the request accepted table in this case. So this consists of 3 column names. One is requester ID, the second one is acceptor ID, and the third one is accept date, right? So requester ID and the acceptor ID is of the type integer, you can clearly see here, and the accept date is of the type date, you can clearly see here, right? So that's what they have mentioned in the question. I hope the question is completely clear. Now let's come to the this one. Let's discuss the first example that they have given, right? So here in this case we have 4 people, I think. Here we have 4 persons or 4 people here on this case. So requester ID 1 1 2 and 3 we have, acceptor ID 2 3 3 and 4 we have in this case, right? So person 1 has 2 friends in this case. Person 1 has 2 friends here in this case, 2 and 3. Person 1 has 2 friends here. So person 1 2 3 actually we have, right? So person 1 2 3 4 we have, sorry, yeah, person 1 2 3 4 we have. Person 1 has this one 2 and 3 as friends, right? So person 1 has 2 friends, that is nothing but in this case 2 comma 3, right? Person 1 has 2 friends, nothing but 2 comma 3 here. Person 2 has 2 friends here. Person 2 has 2 friends here. In this case 1 comma 3, this one I'm speaking of, 1 and 3. Person 2 has 2 friends, nothing but 1 comma 3 in this case, right? So person 3 has 3 friends in this case, 1 2 and 4. So 1 2 and 4 here in this case, 1 2 and 4. Person 3 has 3 friends in this case, that is 1 2 and 4, right? Person this one accepted. So person 3 has 3 friends, 1 2 and 4. So this guy is having the maximum friends, right? So person 4 also let's consider quickly here. Person 4 has 1 friend, right? Person 4 has only 1 friend, nothing but 4 here in this case, right? Person sorry, 3 in this case. Person 4 we are considering, right? Sorry, yeah, person 4 has only 1 friend, that is nothing but 3 in this case, right? So 3 in this case. So person 3 has the most friends in this case, nothing but here you can clearly see 1 2 3, right? So 3 in this case, right? So person 1 has 2 friends, person 2 has 2 friends, person 3 has 3 friends. This is the max, basically this is the max, right? So person 3 ID is 3 is having the friends 3 1 2 and 4. This one we need to return. So ID 3 num 3, that's what we need to return. Person 4 is having only 1 friend, nothing but 3 in this case, right? So this is the max and this we need to return. I hope this is clear, easy to understand right here in this case. So same thing, the person with ID 3 is having the friend, is having a friend of people 1 2 and 4. So he has friends in total, which is the most number than any friends in this case, right? So this one we have discussed already. So that is the reason we have returned here with the ID 3 and number of friends 3 or num3. I hope the question is completely clear, and I hope what we need to do is completely clear as well. We have discussed the example, right? So I hope what we need to do is completely clear as well. Now first let's discuss the approach and then let's write the query, right? So first let's discuss the approach. So here in the approach, first step here is we will treat both the requester ID and the acceptor ID as friends here in this case. Just keep this in mind. Let's treat both requester ID and the acceptor ID as friends. This is important. So the second step here is we will be making use of union. So union all or union in this case. We will union both columns in this case. So we will be union. So we'll be making use of union, or we will go with union both columns into single list. We will union both columns into single list to count the total number of friends each person has. So that's what we need to do, right? So we have to count the total number of friends the each person has. Count each person has, right? We have to count total number of friends each person has. So that's what we need to do, and we will be grouping that one based on the id, or we'll be making use of group by id, and we will count the total number of friends for each person, right? We have to group by id. So based on the id itself we need to return, right? In our example, so id was 3, person id 3 was having the most friends 3, right? So that's what we need to do. So in this case we will group by id and count the total number of friends for each person. So the fourth one here is we will return the person with most friends using order by clause here. So we will return the person with most friends using order by clause. Order by is based on the ascending order, right? So based on the ascending order, and limit also we'll be making use of the limit keyword here in this case, right? So I hope this is completely clear. So this is the approach that we will be going with, right? So as we are familiar with the approach now, this will be easier to write the query. It will be easier to write the query. Sorry. So now let's start writing the query. Here in this case, first step we have to combine the requester ID and the acceptor ID into the single list. That's what discussed, right? So let me make use of the with keyword here. So I'll just give here combined underscore friends. So as, let me open the parenthesis here, right? So this is fine. So here in this case, let's select here requester ID. So let me copy the requester ID from itself. So let me copy this one. Let me paste it over here. Requester ID as, so this one, just give me a second here. This one as ID and acceptor ID as friend. So acceptor ID, this one, let me copy the same thing here. Acceptor ID as friend, right? This is fine. So this is coming from the request accepted table. So let me copy the same thing here. So here this is coming from the request accepted table. So I said we'll be making use of the union keyword or union all, right? So in this case again let me go with select acceptor ID. So here let me copy this one and let me paste it over here. This one acceptor ID as this one, we are making use this one as id and requester id as friend. So here let me copy the same thing here. Requester id, this one as friend we are going, right? So let me go with requester id as friend. This is coming from the request accepted table as well. So let me make use of the from keyword here. So this is fine. So just give me a second here. From request accepted table. So this is fine. This is step 1. So let's move on with the step 2 here. We have to count the total number of friends for each person. The second step, if you remember, right? So here let me give comma here. Let me make use of the comma here. So this one friend, so we are counting right here. From friend count I'll make use of here. Friend count as, so let me make use of parenthesis. Let me open the parenthesis here. So this one will be counting the number of friends based on the id, person id, right? So I'll just go with select id and we have to count. So you would have already guessed we'll be making use of the count keyword here. Count of friend. I'll just give here friend as this one. Let me go with the num. So this is coming from the combined friends, this one. So let me copy the same thing here and let me paste it over here. From combined friends, and we have to group by id, right? So we have to group by id. We have discussed this one in the approach itself. So I'll just go with group by keyword id. This is fine. This is it for the second step. This is fine. So let's move on with the third step or the final step. We have to find the person with the maximum number of friends. That's what we need to return in the final table, right? output table. So here in this case, I'll just go with select id, comma, number. This is coming from basically, so just give me a second here, from friend count. So friend count, just give me a second here. Where is friend count now? So yeah, this is fine. Let me type friend count, right? So friend count. So this one we have to order this one by descending order here. Sorry, during the approach I said ascending. I think I got confused here. This one descending order we have to order by, or we have to sort by descending order, right? So the number of friends in this table here. So the person with ID 3 is having the most number of friends, nothing but 3. So the most number of friends we have to return, right? So that is the reason we will be sorting this one by descending order. So let me go with order by num. So for the descending order, I'll just make use of the keyword DSC that is provided by the SQL. So let's limit this one to, this is fine. So this is it for the this one query. Let me hit the run button. I hope this works. Let's see. So you can clearly see here the sample test case is getting passed. So let me hit the submit button quickly. So here you can clearly see all the test cases are getting passed. Means the code works or the query works absolutely correct in this case, right? So I hope whatever the query that we have written is completely clear as well. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.